You're a small business owner whose Google Business Profile website has been shut down. That's right. In March of 2024, Google is shutting down over 20 million websites that small business owners rely on. In this video, we're going to figure out how to build a new website, and we're going to use Webflow. If you're new to this channel, I've actually never ever built a site in Webflow before, and I'm assuming if you're a small business owner, you may have never built a website yourself. So we're going to be in the same boat, except I have experience doing web design. So I'm going to walk you through the steps so you can get from no website to a working website in just, we'll say a few hours. In case you haven't met, I'm Sam Sarson, the owner of Then Can Designs, a web design company out in Bend, Oregon, and I made a video where I covered this topic back in January. At the time, I was under the impression that the websites were going to shut down on March 1st, but here we are on March 3rd, and it still hasn't happened yet. But we are running out of time, people, and by the time you watch this video, it may have already been too late. Your site may be gone. But don't worry, because I got you. I've also posted other videos on other alternatives, and I even have a video that goes over Whitespark's tool, where for $12 you can get a complete replication of your Google Business Profile site, and it actually has some more features that are even better than what Google was offering. But in this video, we're going to build a website from scratch, and there will be three parts to this video. The first, I'll try to be brief, but I want to explain why I chose Webflow. The second, we're going to actually build the site, which will be the longest portion of the video. And then the last part, I'm going to explain what might be another option in case you don't want to do this. So stick around for that. Now, why the heck did I choose Webflow? Well, the reason why I'm choosing Webflow is we're going to actually do the free version. I'm going to assume if you were using a Google Business Profile website that you're probably in one of three boats. The first boat are people that are either just getting started or the business doesn't make that much money. And so really the only option that makes sense for them is a free website. And so I'll quickly go over the free options at the start. The second are people that have maybe made a little bit more money than when they set up a Google Business Profile website, and they could probably afford a DIY platform, but they're not quite at the position to have a web designer build their website. And then the third one is your business is really taking on. And if that's the case, pause this video, go call a local web designer, and do not do this because it's going to take way more time when you can just spend money and actually build an SEO optimized website. But I'm assuming you're in one of the first two categories, and so that's why you're here watching this video. If we're looking at the free options, the ones that really exist out there are Google Sites, Webflow, and Wix. If you use Google Sites, you're still going to have to pay for a domain. If you use Webflow or Wix, you're going to end up with this weird domain name, but that's okay because you already had a weird domain name with .business.site for your old website. If you're looking for a more professional domain and the ability to build out extra pages down the road, you should consider things like Squarespace, Wix paid, or Webflow paid. Let's review those plans really quickly. Here's Squarespace's pricing, so it's $16 per month. Here's Wix's pricing, and it's $17 per month. And here's Webflow's pricing, which is $14 per month. I should mention that all those prices are annual, and so you're looking at somewhere between a $160 to $200 investment if you want to build out a bigger site or use a custom domain. All right, that's the price you got to pay. Again, the other option is Google Sites using something like Squarespace domains, which is $20 for a whole year, so it's way cheaper. And there are videos out there where you can go look up how to build a Google site for your business. So I'm not going to do that because I want you to have kind of a better platform. And I recently looked at Google Sites and it's okay, but I'd rather you have better footing. Now you may be wondering, what do you use to build websites, Sam? Well, even if you're not, I normally use WordPress. But the thing is, with WordPress.org, usually to build out a good site, you need to use a premium page builder, which costs money, which I know you don't have. Or you can use the block editor, which I tried to use the other night when I was getting ready for this video, and it's still terrible. So I said, you know what? Let's try something different. And so that brings me back to Webflow. Webflow has a free option, and it just is going to give you this funky little webflow.io domain. And eventually, if things are going well, you can scale up to this $14 per month plan, which is really like $160 a year. Like I said, people, I am not BSing you. I have never built a site in Webflow. I watched one 30-minute video on it on YouTube TV while I was eating food the other day, and that's the only experience I have. except that I am a web designer. So I'm going to be able to pick this up faster than you. So what I'm going to try to do is explain just what you need to replicate a Google Business Profile website. Now, what do they look like? Here's one in my town for a physical therapy clinic. And so there's usually a headline, information about the business, and then the call to action. Looks like the logo, some testimonials, a link to write a review, to read more testimonials, a gallery, a contact us page, or contact us, that doesn't go anywhere, and then a map here, and then a button to call, and then directions. Let's check out a couple more. This is an auto body and paint shop in town, and so it looks like it's actually doing the primary business category and the city, and then the hours here. And then we have get quote. Looks like this is probably the cover photo, and then we have the testimonials. Again, a review button, a couple pictures from the Google Business Profile, and then they have in the contact us section we have the map, we have the call, and the get directions. Let's try one more. This is a cigar shop in Bend, and same thing. This looks like the cover photo, testimonials, gallery, which are just photos from the Google Business Profile. So these are pretty simple, right? These are simple websites. The get a quote looks like it's some sort of contact form, so we could it'd be nice to have a contact form on there. There's a call now, which looks like it's opening FaceTime, so that's call now, and then get directions, go straight to Google Maps. All right, perfect. So now we kind of have our framework for how we're going to build the site. Now let's actually get into Webflow and see if we can build this sucker. And I should mention, I am not prepared. I don't even have an account with Webflow, so we'll see what happens. All right, so we're gonna start for free, as they say here, and let's see what we got. So it looks like I have the ability to sign in with Google, so let's do that. So I signed in with Google. Now it's asking me for my name, and it's saying, what do I want to build as? I'll say my company. I'll pretend like I'm a small business owner too. Well, I am a small business owner, so let's pick that. How many employees? 1, 2, 5. Yeah. And let's see, we'll say this is a business site. It'd be very different if we wanted to do e-commerce, but we'll do business site. Are we interested in hiring somebody? No. Oh, and look, they tried to trick me. Not signing up for your email newsletter Webflow. All right, let's see what happens here. It's loading. All right, so we have walking me through stuff. So the big thing about websites, just in general, is it's a bunch of rectangles. That's how websites are built. And so I understand that that's how Webflow really works. It's divs, and then it's got like containers and columns and things like that. So it's having me walk through this right now. So I'm going to drag in container. And so this would be like a div. All right, so we can give it a height. Okay, so it's walking me through this stuff. You guys don't need to see this, so pretend like you've made it through the tutorial like I'm doing. It's showing me how to add elements. I click the plus. I'm going to add a heading. Okay, now we're going to add a button. All right, doing all that stuff. Elements stacked vertically by default. To change this, click to select the container, and then they have Flexbox, which is an option here, and then I bet you it's going to have me hit center. Nice. Oh, and then we're going to center. There we go. All right, and now it's going to have me style this. So this is important. So, whoa, I'd say just stick with me on this. Okay, so we're going to adjust it to 80 pixels. I don't like pixels, but that's fine. Learn more about classes. Let's find about classes. Select the style buttons. So we're going to edit this button and see how it's got that little class on the top of it. That's a selector, is what a style selector. That's what Webflow calls it. We're going to adjust the space, so change the left padding, that right here, to 36. I know you can just drag it like that. See me do that? You just go in there and drag it. And then, okay, now we're going to adjust the right padding. So we're just going to go 36. Bam! All right, next. Scroll up to return the layout to the play. Okay, so now we're going to go here. We're going to add that class to this button. So it was, what was it? Start typing primary button. There it is. Hey, look at that. It matches the other one. Okay, now we're going to talk about responsive because we need it to look good on a phone too, right? So that's good. I like the way they're walking us through this. Okay, so we're going to select the heading. Let's see. Change the color to that. Why would it have me do that? That's annoying. Can I click on this? Oh, okay. That's not so bad then. All right. Now view the tablet breakpoint. And now I can change this to 55. This is kind of like Divi, which is my builder for WordPress. All right, and then to preview the site, we hit the little play button, and we can preview different things, and you can try it on different responsiveness. So our header's kind of jacked up there, but that's okay. Finish. All right, let's create a new project. Should we do a template? All right, I took a look at the templates. I think they could be helpful, especially if you want to build a site quickly. But we're not building a site, we're just building a Google Business Profile landing page. So let's go from scratch. Sam's fantabulous site. Let's go Sam's GBP site. Create site. Loading screen. All right, so the first option was to add a quick stack. So that's giving me things with multiple columns. So that's pretty cool. This is just like Divi. So let's go back to our example here. I don't really want to use Cigar Chapel, but let's see. We'll use the auto body one. I think that's a good one. So for this first section, you know what you want to look at, let's pause for a second here. So I just grabbed a screenshot here, but basically for all websites, what you have is a bunch of rectangles. And so for this site, you know, for all Google Business Profile sites, the first section is just going to be one column. And then you're going to have a header right here, and then probably just a text element here with an enter in between. And I don't know what we're going to do for the hours. Maybe just put your general hours there, and then this would be a button element to get a quote, which is I think supposed to be a form element. So we might want to be a little more clear there. So we'll see what we can do. Okay, so we did that. So now we're gonna, so we have this thing here, right? Whatever it's called. We're gonna add a heading to it. Okay, I'm just dragging it in. That was pretty easy. And you know, let's just do this. We'll do Crabtree's, whatever it was, auto body and paint. Now, if we really want to style it right, we can get really fancy, and we can go here. And we can steal its style. If you go to computed right here, I right clicked and hit inspect element, and this will actually show you all of the styles right here. So I'm going to steal the color and the font size and the font weight. All right, those are all the important things if you've never built a website before. So that's the font color, the font style, you know, the size, and the weight is like how bold is it. Okay, so those are the important ones, and also line height might be important if we really want to copy it, but we just want to get in the ballpark. So let's do that really quickly. I'm going to click on this little color thing here, hopefully get that to pop up. I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh, I know why. I need to go back here, styles, there's color, and I'm going to copy this and bring that over. Let's see, how do I change the color here? Looks like it's right here. There's all the typography stuff. So I'll do that. Hey, look at that. Okay, so whoops, it didn't save it. Okay, why didn't it save it? Okay, do that and hit enter. There we go. Now I can click off it. Okay, and we want to center it. And it was 56. Oh no, that was the line height, is the height. So we want 56. What was the line height? 67.2. Again, you don't have to get this specific, and I won't be this specific on other elements. I'm just showing you how to do it. Okay, let's see if we can find that font. I don't think it's going to be there by default, but we can add fonts by clicking there. And then you can add any Google font here, which I'm gonna guess this is. So it's April Fat Face. There was a couple different themes for Google Business Profile websites, and so let's see. Might have to hit refresh. Do I have to hit save or anything? I don't know. Does it auto save? Changes saved. All right, I'm gonna hit refresh. There were a couple different themes for Google Business Profile websites, so depending on which theme you had, you might have a different font. So let's see if that's there now. So I'm gonna scroll down to here. For that April. There it is. Google Fonts. All right. Hey, now we're matching it. Looks just like it. Get out of here, Squarespace pricing. Okay. Did we center it? Oh, we got to go here. So I clicked on the cell. I'm gonna go to. Okay, so we're on. See this? Zoom in here. So we have that. That's Flexbox, right? Flex lays out as child elements. Yeah. And then we're gonna align center. Yeah. And we'll do a full center. And then now we're gonna add a text element. So let's see, what do we got? Paragraph. There we go. And we'll just copy this. And then maybe we'll just put like generic hours. Okay. Let's see here. What's that? Removes all formatting. I'm going down here again. I'm hitting center. Okay, that's good. What's the font size? It is 24 or that's interesting. Doesn't say. I'm gonna assume 24. So make that a little bigger. I need a bigger line height then. That's not right. We'll do 20. We'll do open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. All right, look at that. Oh yeah, the font's family was Open Sans. I lowered the font down a little bit. Okay, now we need a button. So let's do our button. Here's button right here. All right, it says, what is it? Get quote. Get quote. Get quote. It's that same blue color. And it's also Open Sans or Sans. Okay, so yeah. Did you see that? That's how we'll set up we can do a page section, email, phone, okay, or URL. So we might build out a contact page. Okay, so the button text is going to be get quote, and then I'm going to take a wild guess and say that there is a all caps button right here. Nope, that is a line on top. What? Oh, I see. It's decoration. Okay, let's see here. Breaking, wrap, stroke, text shadows. Okay, hold on. All right, I just changed the padding to match the padding in the button. Here it is. All caps. Get quote. And probably also a little bigger. And it looks like the weight was actually lighter. Well, maybe not. That's not possible. So I don't know how they did that. Yeah, it looks right. Good enough. All right, so we got the first part done. Now let's make another container here, I guess is what it's called. Or I guess we want let's do a quick stack. Let's just keep doing that because that was easy. So quick stack with one column, and then now we need an image. So let's see here. We're looking for image. Here it is. All right, choose image. We don't have one, so we're gonna save this image. Unnamed 2. That's terrible SEO, by the way. Don't do that. So I'm gonna put that image in. Oh, okay. You guys just missed it, but you go to here. Yeah, you go to the little image right there, and you just drag it on in. Drag it on in. And you can do your alt text right here. Lazy, loads on scroll, that's good. Get rid of that. So I think what we'll do is we'll just have this be its own thing, because we're going to need like a testimonial thing here in a second. So let's do our max width at like, I don't know, 500 pixels. More than that. Let's go like 75%. You gotta hit enter. That's the thing I'm not realizing. Okay, so boom. We're gonna do center. Center, why not? Okay, so far so good. We need a navigation. Okay, so now we gotta figure out how to do these testimonials. This will be kind of tricky, right? So we don't want to get too fancy, but we want them to look good. Let's see what we got here. So we got rich text, that kind of looks like it. Block quote, that looks like it could be it. Here's a nav bar right below my head. Grid columns. That was easy. Yeah, we'll look at that later. Here's the navigator right here. So that's a kind of a way to look at all your elements. Okay. So I'm down here. So I think we're gonna go with the block quote. So we'll do another quick stack down here. And this time we'll go, let's see, let's go 3 columns, 2 rows. And actually we want this to be out here. Now I've done it. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. And okay, if I'm following Webflow best practices, which I believe I'm not, then what I've done is I did a section here, and then I put a container inside of it, which is pretty common. And then I put a container up here, and then I did a quick stack. And so in my container, what I'm gonna put is a little testimonials header, which is currently an H2. So let's see if we can make an H2 for SEO purposes. It's good to have different kinds of H's, different kinds of headings. So I'm gonna put this in here. Oh, look, right there, you just hit heading 2. That was easy. So testimonials, and we've already seen how to do this. We just click flex, justify center. Yep. And I'll get all the styling the same. There's like a weird line thing above it. It's an HR. How do I make an HR in Webflow? I just watched a video. This feels like a hack. Oh, look, there's the div block. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Okay, so they said make the height like 3 pixels. And then we'll make the width like 10 pixels. And then we gotta click on the container, change the to justify, so now everything should be centered. We should have our div somewhere. Lost it. There it is. Okay. Needs to be much bigger than that. Let's go 10%. Oh, I see. Okay, it's doing them next to each other. I need to change the color, background color. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Can you search for stuff? That'd be great. Nope. Here it is, backgrounds, color. Let's do, I think it was black. Okay, so now we gotta go back here, and we just gotta change the flex to be horizontal, and then nope, vertical. There we go. There we go. And then we gotta change the margin to, whoa. I made it negative, I don't like that. Okay, let's change this to 0. There we go. Go back to the div block. Change that back to 0. Okay, yeah, look at that. That kind of looks like, nope, that's the video I watched to figure out how to do that. All right, probably a little bit shorter than that, but that's okay. All right, so now we got to figure out how the heck we're going to make these things. So obviously you're going to have to manually put them in, which is annoying, but really it's just star, text, name. That's not so bad. I mean, we can do this in 3 text elements. We can do this with just a paragraph. So let's just do paragraph, and what we'll do is, I wonder if we could get to the code of the text. Or, well, we can just we'll do multiple ones. Let's just duplicate it. Yeah, we'll duplicate it again. We'll practice using classes here in a second. So this will just be, let's just make this a star emoji. So 5 stars, of course. Let's get our text here. It's Anthony A. And it's not so important to get that a week ago, right? Pristine. Okay. And then this was Anthony A. And then let's do let's create a class, and we're going to call it testimonial name. And then we're going to do that, so it's a little bigger. Change the color to whatever that color is. I should have saved it somewhere. There's a way to save them, I think here. There's a place to save variables, which is pretty slick actually. No, I can't find it, so for now I will just paste this. And then, yeah, that's good. Make it a little bigger. All right, so then I'm gonna duplicate and drag this over here. Duplicate and drag over here. And then just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna make this Fred R, even though I know that that's not the next name. I think it was also Anthony, suspicious. And I'm gonna bring this over here. Wait, I'm gonna bring this over here, and then I should be able to do that. And then bam, did you see that? The power of classes. Oh, but I accidentally erased the last one. All right. Actually doesn't make sense to do that when I can just duplicate that and drag this over here. So let's finish the other testimonials. All right, so now we have a couple other options here. We have the write a review button and the read more button. And there's like a gallery section and a contact us section, which normally looks like a 3 by, like a grid of 3. So I think we'll just do 3 images. So let's see if we can get those buttons in there. We have our testimonials. So let's see, what have I learned? Again, these are just rectangles, right? So if we were to take this into rectangle land, we'd have a container, we'd have a button here, and we could do an underline for that. We have another button there, and that's all going to be inside of a bigger thing. And then we'd probably duplicate the testimonial section and just put images in. So let's try that out. Don't save. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll put a I'll put another container in, or I guess I can do a div block now. I'll do a container down here. Can I put it right here? Okay, perfect. And then I guess I could do 2 buttons next to each other because it's really easy with Flex. So let's just duplicate this button. Bring it down. Is it dragging it right now? Yes. Okay, we'll do that. And then I'm gonna style the heck out of this. So I'm just gonna get rid of that background color. I do? None. Okay, custom, transparent. There we go. And then the color is somewhere up here. We want to make it black, I think. Oh no, it's that blue color that I keep forgetting. All right, and then we need to add a border. It's got to be somewhere. Border, bottom border, color, that. Boom. Width, we'll make it 2 pixels, why not? And then it was write a review and read more. So we'll go write a review. And then we'll duplicate this. And we'll go read more. Then we'll click on the container. We'll go back up to the flex settings here. We want them to be centered, but we want there to be about a gap of like 10%, maybe lower than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I think we want a little room to breathe between both of them, and then we'll get the links here in a second. So I'll just go to the margin and we'll do percent fan, and then same thing down here, 10%. Oh, whoops, that was way too big. To like 3%. All right, that's good. And then now we need the links. And what'll be easy is if you're actually duplicating your Google Business Profile, you can actually just copy the link address right here and go in here. And how do we do that? Oh, we click the little wrench, URL right here. And we want to open in a new tab, okay? And then read more. Looks like it's gonna load the reviews. So I'm not really sure how to pull that up. So copy link address and click the little thingy here. Open a new tab, hitting enter because that's what I've learned. Okay, so we're all good there. Now one thing I want to show you is how would you get those links in case your site's already down. Now I know for sure we can get a write a review link. In case you've never done this before, you just Google my business and then you can click view profile. That'll get you to your profile. If you need help setting up your Google Business Profile, check out the Google Business Profile Masterclass, link in the description, I'm sure. Okay. Oh, you can get chat alerts by text now. Okay. So to ask for reviews, you click here and then you can copy that. So that should work. Another thing you could probably do to look at the reviews, I'm gonna guess, let's see here. Okay, reviews, I'm gonna copy this link, I'm gonna open an incognito window, and let's see if that works. And that just pulled up the profile. Wonder. Hey, okay, so that was how you do it right there. So get to your profile, keep clicking until you get to the 12 Google reviews, right click, copy link address. Okay, so we figured out how to get those links in case they're gone. All right, so we'll close out of that, and we'll get back to our thing here. And so this, actually, let's swap these around here. There we go. Because this is going to be our gallery now. Gallery. And then I'm going to get these images. I'm just going to save them really quick. It's pretty easy. You just drag the images into the asset manager. So let's see. I'm going to try to put this in this cell here. Okay, that looks good. Again, you'd want to add alt text and all that good stuff. So you can just hit delete to delete these other elements. So let's just do that really quick. All right, not bad. Obviously, you could add more images if you want. All right, let's see if we can do a map now. So we're going to duplicate this section again, just gonna close that, and I'm gonna hit duplicate, and we'll go, it says contact us, so contact us, and then let's see, I believe I saw it down here in advanced map. All right, let's see here. All right, Google Maps API key required. No, damn it. All right, so at the end of the day, it would be nice to have a real map, right? But if you don't have a real map, what you could do in the alternative is what we're about to do. So let's see, is this an actual thing? See, I'm not sure what they're doing, but see how this isn't like an actual map anyway? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get a screenshot of this. And we're gonna link it back to the Google Business Profile. And that way, no matter what, you would actually get to the Google Business Profile where you can get directions anyway. Or I think you can actually link directly to directions, but I'm not so worried about that. Okay, so we're just gonna get rid of that, delete, and I'm gonna go to assets, add that. Oh, it's a screenshot. Oh, this is kind of cool. Okay, so it's just an image, and I'm like, where do I add the link? But it's, you have to go wrap in link block, and now I'm on the link block, and I can click there, and I can add the link. And so we'd want to link to the actual Google Business Profile, which I think we could get to by, get out of here. Let's go get directions. That's actually probably what we actually want. So let's do that. Whoops. How do I get back to that? There it is. There, and everything in a new tab. Okay, so we've got that, and now we're down to the last section. So contact, address, and business hours. So that's get directions, that's call now. All right, so let's finish that up. The contact us is an H3, it's Open Sans. Open Sans. So H3, contact us, and it was it's like 18 pixels, so we can just do that, and then below that there's the phone number. Oh, and a button. So let's get this button. Oh no, it did the damn it, it did the selector. The selector was selected. We'll call this main button. Now hopefully that'll let me change this back. So let's go. You don't need to watch this. Oh, I just figured out how to add a variable on accident. So you go down here and you click the little plus, and I can call it light. We'll call it baby blue. Save. And now I have that. It's pretty cool. Alright, so now that should be good. So hopefully these are okay. Yep. Okay, so now we can duplicate that. I think it said call us, right? And then I'll just grab like a text element. Can I copy and paste? Yep. Okay, what, the phone number? It was like 541 something something something. I just want to get this styled right. Let's do a little margin on top there, shall we? Something like that. Yeah. Alright, so we got the phone number in there. I'm going to change the button to phone, and you're supposed to do it like this. Phone listening working device that can place phone calls. Yup. Okay, so it's always good to strip the extra stuff out and actually do a +1 at the start. So now it looks like this. Alright, that's what your phone should look like. So we should be good to go there. Curious to see if that works. I'm going to hit preview now. Looks like whenever you click off of stuff, it auto saves. See right there. It's like, okay, here we go. Let's see if it opens FaceTime. Oops, click call links don't work on this device. Should. Whatever. Oh, it thinks it's a desktop, I think. Yeah, whatever. Get me out of here. Obviously, we need to do some work on the responsiveness of the site. Okay, so now I wish you could select multiple elements or duplicate cells. Merge cell, right. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so delete, duplicate. All right, I'm way too lazy to stylize this any better, but that's pretty good. I did have to add an extra class to this one because it needed to have different styles than these two. So let's change this to say get directions, and we'll add that link here. It's a link, please. Go open a new tab. Thank you. All right, and now we're going to have those sites. So let's go back up to the top. What do we got here? Just have the name. Right, I'm not worried about that. It'd be really good. Okay, so let's see. How do we do this? Nav bar. Settings. Show, hide. Okay. Type, drop down. Ease. Oh, okay. I see. This is for the whatever. The brand. Trying to open it up here. I guess I'm on brand. Wrap in, unwrap, add class. What are we doing here? All right, so I dinked around with the nav bar for way too long, so I ended up just adding this, which is just a section at the top, which is fine by me. I might even be able to make this sticky to make this look like a header. I think that's here. So I use position sticky. That's not how. Well, it doesn't really matter. I think I'd have to make the Z index a lot higher. Probably be the way to do it. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. We don't need a sticky header for a page like this, so I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. Padding. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a, I'm just going to put a contact form at the bottom, you know, like why not? Like let's just make it easier because we do get 2 pages to play with, but I just don't want to mess with it. So let's do that. So we're going to add one more section here at the bottom. And then we're going to go add. I saw a form somewhere. Let's see here. Drop down. Form block. Default form, state, normal, email form. Okay, so we got name, email address. That's great. We probably need some more, huh? Let's go, let's duplicate that. And yeah, that works. Duplicate there. And then I think we'll do phone number and email. Let's see, or not email, we want message. So we go to form elements, which is right here. We probably actually want a text area under this. Name, field, tell us how we can help. name, message. Phone number. And let's see here. Name, phone, and then let's get to the form block and let's see if I can change the width just a little bit. It's a little wide. So let's go max width like 80%. And then we'll have to go here and center it. There. That was interesting. Why did I do that? Oh, I know I did that. Let's turn that off. And let's just do, go back to the form. And we're going to just do auto and auto. Old school centering. Look at that. And then we'll do, I don't know, like 20. How do we get to the button? So I figured out how to do it. You click the little purple thing and then you can pick your variables. All right. So now I'm going to change this link to be hashtag quote. And same thing with this one. And then I'm going to make this section have an ID of quote. I think I did that right. It's cool that you can change the tags right there. That's kind of nice. All right, let's preview our page. So, I mean, you know, it's not the same, but oops. And you actually have a call to action to do something on your page now. Look at that. Oh, I got too many things here. Got an extra text field. All right. Now, the last thing you'd want to do, which is super important, but I don't think I'll go into in this video, is you want to see how it looks on every device. So far, not bad, right? Maybe lower the font size on tablet for the blue button, right? I think it's pretty easy. Here, I think you can just go like that. I'd rather it be this size. Okay. And then go down to phone. And now you gotta, you know, make some sacrifices here. So let's do, the big thing we need to do is change this. Fine. Change that width. Maybe a little bit to like 90. And then change this quick stack. Editing quick stack. I don't know how to do that. Don't do whatever I just did. Okay, I see what I need to do. I just need to make it, oh, I see, it's a grid. Okay, one column. Bam, there we go. Same thing here, we're gonna turn that off. Do it like that, but we're gonna do vertical. Oh, shoot. Just the container they're in. Vertical and center. And then we need a little bit of a margin there. Fine. Quick stack. Yeah. That. Same thing with our quick stack. Take it down to the grid. And then change this to like that, and that, and that. And our form looks halfway decent. Change that padding down a little bit on mobile. There we go. I think we're in business. So I think I hit well, hold on. And here we are, the big reveal. I wish I could scroll both at the same time. But as you can see, you know, if you only have this for your website, it's not great, but at least it's something, you know, and that's really what it comes down to, is having something as opposed to nothing. So yeah, that took way longer than I thought it would, but hey, that's the way it goes. If you're building this site from scratch and you've never built a website before, guess what? It's gonna take you a long time. So that leads me to the third point of this video. If you've made it this far, then you've probably realized that doing this yourself is going to suck. So your last option is to hire a web designer. Now, there are some out there on Fiverr and Upwork. They can do decent work. I won't knock them. You will find good ones if you look hard enough. But I highly recommend you reach out to a local web designer, especially one that's a little bit newer, maybe a little fresher. They might build you a landing page like this for, you know, maybe even $500, $750, maybe even $1,000. If you're willing to pay a little bit more, somebody might be able to build you a better landing page for somewhere in the $1,000 to $2,000 price range. And I'm talking American dollars right now. But what you really need is something more like a 5-page website. And you could probably find that in the $2,500 to $5,000 range, depending on the web designer. If you go to a big agency, sure, it'll probably be something like $10,000. But I bet you can find something that will work for your business. Like, let's look at these guys. They're an auto body shop. They need a website. But in a couple days, they might have nothing. So anyway, now you've seen the ultimate option. You can build out your own website in Webflow, and we got it done in less than an hour. Pretty crazy, but we were able to do it. We have kind of a weird name, right? We have Sam's GBP site.webflow.io, but I mean, look at the site right now. It's Crabtree Autobody Paint.business.site. So the nice thing is that with Webflow, you can actually control the SEO settings, and you can actually submit it to Google Search Console, and you could probably get this page to rank okay. Eventually, you'd want a custom domain. That would be the next step. And eventually, you want to build out more pages. But if you just want to clone your Google Business Profile site using Webflow for free. We just did it in about an hour. So if you found this video useful, please hit that subscribe button below so that way you can find more useful videos to help your small business. And if you like topics like local SEO, link in the description, yoursmallbizseosuccess.com is the link to my email newsletter. Comes out every week where I drop SEO tips and sometimes SEO news like what we're talking about right here. I've been talking a lot about the Google Business Profile websites going away because it's a terrible place to be if you're a small business owner that's relying on one of these sites. And the last thing I want to mention is that if that felt like this was way too long, there is an option that's $12 and you can actually get your site built by Whitespark and you don't have to do anything. It's actually super easy. So if you haven't seen that video already, that video should have come out before this one. So go ahead and check that video out right there. Until next time.